What is going on, members of the Shy Guy Squad and MPL fans alike? My name is Dan, also known as Danekii, and I've been your head coach of the St. Louis Sableyes for Season 2 of the MPL. Now, the Season 2 is over, and we won. We took the crown, took the trophy. We beat Blake in playoffs, and this is our Season 2 recap, going over all of our games, going over our draft, how I thought about stuff, post thoughts about the matches and stuff, and a bit back and forth about all of it and how I feel about it in general. Now, I want to start this thing off by giving a huge shout out to my friend Orbon. First of all, his birthday is on the 4th, so the upcoming Friday, and he's trying to hit 300, so it'd be nice if you guys go check him out. And it's also, well, to say it like this, Aura helped me a lot during playoffs. We discussed team building and stuff, and we worked together so we could prep up my teams. So I owe a huge shout out to Aura right there. Now I'm just quickly gonna run over my draft and my transitions and stuff, so you guys can get an insight on the mons, and then I'm gonna run through the matches and stuff, so you guys are aware of everything. Now, I have them on my screen right here. It's my wallpaper on the computer because I pay homage to the squad. I mean, some Pokemon I dropped, replaced with others that aren't in the picture, but you know. Anyways, so round 1, we drafted our Mega Medicham. Pure power, base 100 attack. I don't care about Mega Gallade. Mega Gallade is shit compared to Mega Medicham because its attack stat is godlike. Now, listen up here. 167 attack at level 50 times 2. That's like 334. 334 attack. At level 50. That's insane. In stat by jump kick with a base 130. Nah, I'm done. With access to fake out and bullet punch as well, priority, ice punch, fire punch, etc. It's mad. This Pokemon is mad. To support this thing, I drafted Magnezone, Steel type. Really dealt with moves like, stuff that Medicham's weak to, like flying. Psychic is neutral, but it deals with that. It deals with a lot of typings. Steel is a very defensive typing, and I really liked it, so I added that. Had to get my boy Gudra, or my girl. I had to get my girl Gudra, because she thick. The Assault Vest, that base 150 Spadef is so great. Sorry, I'm a bit itchy on my eye right here. Sorry about that. Then we got Nidoqueen. Physical defensive, Share Force, so it's an offensive precedence and defensive one. It gets Stealth Rocks, T-Spikes, Sludge Wave, Ice Beam, Earth Power, etc. It gets a lot of good moves. Got Blastoise. Last season, I struggled with not having a bulky water type, and this one's a spinner too, so it really helped my team. I picked up Tornadus because I saw it was available. I needed a flying type, like a ground immunity. And Torn was just kind of chilling there, so I was like, yo, let me scoop this thing up real quick. Cresselia, defensive wall to all the hell and back. Zoroark. After Jordy sniped me for Miltank, I kind of decided, how about Zoroark? Seems legit, right? That works? Yeah, that works. So I went with Zoroark. Chestnut, the original plan was Tangela, but I was like, nah, I see Chestnut, and I kind of wanted to see how Chestnut works. So I decided to go with that. And I picked up Kofgrigus, another defensive Pokemon. I mean, it made me really knockoff weak in terms of defenses. My team was pretty knockoff weak, and I picked up lastly Armaldo, my Fortissimo. As much as I used him in the beginning, he kind of dropped off at some point. We never traded him off, but he was a spinner, another rocker. Good physical attack, good defense, mediocre Spadef, and an alright HP stat. Excuse me. Alright, so, the matches we had. Week 1 against Dench. His Kingdra was blind, which really put us in a good situation. Now, there was a huge point where I could have lost. A Talonflame versus Cresselia. He could have taunted, he could have constantly bulked up until I was forced to switch, and he could have swept me with Brave Bird. At that point, he could have, but he only set up one bulk up. I started attacking, I went into Torn because I could take one. HP Rock, and the thing fell, I believe, and we were lucky enough to walk out of there. But in all reality, I should have lost that battle, and that was a huge misplay on my part. But yeah, so post thoughts on the game, I feel like I was lucky. That's all I'm gonna say. I was lucky. Now, week 2 against the Wolverhampton Weavils, I felt like I played that well. Choice Scarf Curum was in my mind because we tried the battle once before, and Choice Scarf Curum was a really huge problem. And then we redid it because Jack didn't like the battle, and then I was like, I'm all down for another match if you want to do live or stuff, so we did that. And all I was having on my mind to where we battled was Choice Scarf Curum, Choice Scarf Curum, Choice Scarf Curum, Choice Scarf Curum. It was all that was on my mind. I kept the same team and all the prep and stuff, but Choice Scarf Curum was seriously always on my head, and I was really, really scared of it. But when I knocked it off, when Curum came in on Zoroark's knockoff, I was so relieved. I was like, this is saving grace. This is my chance. I think I just won. Like, I had this. I felt really high on myself at that point. And it turned out really well. We ended up with a 3-0 victory in that match. Again, I just have to say, I was really lucky the first 2 weeks with Dench not taking the opportunity and Jack giving me an extra option for a battle. So, next up we have our battle against Eric in the Sacramento Kingdras, the first one. Hacks. That's all I can really describe, with Tornadus getting frozen and my Salic Chestnut getting critted. If that didn't happen, I think I could have taken it. I think if either didn't happen, like one could happen but the other one didn't, I think I could have taken it. Say if Chestnut didn't get critted, he would have still been in Salic range. Well, his Salic would have still been. I could have Drain Punched the Ambipom, got my HP back. Heatran would have come in, I would have Drain Punched it, would have died. And then if it didn't die, I could have sent in, no, Nidoqueen. Yeah, Nidoqueen was dead, wasn't she? Yeah. I think I would have won that if the Salic Berry crit didn't happen, or if Torn didn't get frozen. But again, that was, I guess I'm gonna call it karma for the first 2 weeks. So we got a little bit of bad luck there, and I was very salty about it. But I mean, I was still proud though, because Armaldo, Fortissimo, Iron Tail the shit out of Mega Altaria and killed it, and I was so proud. So that happened. I was very happy about that. Next up was against Jordy. The game against Jordy. I walked into his Gyarados trap. He started going for waterfalls on my Cresselia, and the turn he went for Earthquake. The turn I switched in Magnezone, and I was like, oh shit. And just a week before, he battled Christian Feint Attacks, and he did the exact same thing against the Magneton, and I was like, why did I do the exact same thing? I'm so stupid. But I walked into the trap, and I missed the Zen Headbutt, which could have potentially mattered in the game. But it was a 2-0, and I felt like I played well. Jordy just outplayed me, and it was a really close game. I was very happy with the results. The fact that I got so close against Jordy, since Season 1, I looked upon Jordy as being a huge threat, and being able to be so close to beating him, that was an accomplishment in my book to get it so close, because last season it was a 5-0, I was playing for jokes, not for serious, and I started playing more serious this season. I'm sorry, I'm spinning my chair, it's just, to have something to do in movement. But yeah, so getting so close compared to last season where I was just joking, I felt really proud of myself even though I lost. I was a bit down because, that's 2 losses in a row, which is a bit upsetting. And I was starting to see at that point, like, oh god, this is where, I shows that I'm not as good as I thought I was, and everything just goes down to shit. Turns out it didn't though, because the next 2 weeks we played on Showdown. Played against newcomer Houndoom, now known as T-Train, and the Atlantum United. And some interesting sets were there. Akaberry, let's see, Akaberry Fortress, I think it was Choppleberry Mamoswine, which we never saw because I was scared it was like Joist or something. But I did manage to walk out of that game with a Flame Toxic Orb Zoroark because that was Epis Draft, the Mega Sableye, I think it was, yeah, Mega Sableye. So we rocked out with that. I managed to pick up the W. The Medicham disguised in Zoroark confuses people because, well, I'm actually a bit surprised when people don't see the Mega Evolve first turn that they don't assume Zoroark when they see it in my team preview. But, what do you know? But we walked out of that game and I was very happy with that because that was a bounce back from the previous week, so we were back at like a +3 differential with a 3-2 record. Next week we battled Chris and the Memphis Ursaring. Chris was in Hawaii, or something with work, military, I don't completely remember, and it was supposed to be on deadline. I tried to get a hold of him, we got a hold of him in the end. Rhydon put in a lot of work, I remember, because we had double dance with rock polish. Set up on the Hitmontop, killed the Hitmontop, did a lot of damage to the Zapdos. Well, we set up on the switch into the Technician, I think it was Technician Hitmontop, and we got a good amount of damage off of it, and we set up to the point where my team managed to win, and we picked up a 2-0, where, as Skylar said, as a announcer for and did power rankings, he said that no one in the division would beat Chris, that he could run 12-0 with his team, and we beat him. We beat him 2-0, and Chris was around a mid here, like 33, I think, and we were sitting at a nice and 4-2. Next week, we got back onto Wi-Fi and we battled Baiser. Now, this match was very against us. Again, this was another one of those very hacksy weeks, like it was against Eric. Like the yellow division had a lot of hacks against me. But against Baiser, we managed to pull it off. Haze, Cough, Agrigi stopping the scissor setups. We put in a lot of work here. We put in a lot of work, brought Mega Medicham, and Armaldo was here. I think it was one of the last weeks we brought Armaldo. We did a lot of work against Baiser, and we managed to pick up the 1-0 victory. That's where I sacked off the Goodra, got the GUI, sent in the Medicham to pick up an extra kill for MVP race. Then we have the rematch against Jack. I overpredicted too much. He had the HP Grand Florges, which I kind of thought he would have. And then he went for it on Magnezone, didn't die, luckily, and I switched into Torn, and Torn missed a lot, and I was like, oh, okay, shit. So that kind of sucked, but I started I was far behind, I started over-predicting too much, and Jack just made a safe plays. I made the predictions beyond his safe plays, so he managed to pick up the W there. In the 3-0, so this season, we lost 1-0, 2-1, 3-0 in the regular season, and, I mean, overall, I realized I predicted too much. That's how that match went, and that sucks. But I mean, that's how it goes. So week 9 comes up. We play Bliss or Ioku, which also was a newcomer that week. Same as Houndood or T-Train was in week 5, because I played 2 of the newcomers. So we played Bliss. Week 9. Again, it was the rematch of the Memphis Earthwings team. And I don't remember too much of the match. I remember much of the playoffs match, but I don't remember much of the regular match, or like the regular season match. But we did walk off with a 2-0 victory against Bliss. I don't remember a lot of my prep in that match. Like, I remember small points from all the games before, but I don't really remember the match against Bliss. That's just one that's, I don't know, it's not as memorable, I suppose? Huh. Is that the one where Medicham got a lot? No, that's 2 weeks from there. But anyways, we got a 2-0 victory against Bliss, which of course, and every win I'm a bit happy about that, because, you know, we pick up a W, we move it on, getting higher record, sharing playoffs and stuff. So next week we're playing Mystic, my buddy Mystic Umbreon, and the Anistar Umbreons. And this match was won by luck again. It came down to Tornadus versus Durant, I think it was. And Durant went for Iron Head. It was Choice Banded, Hustle, and Hustle kicked in on the negative side. Oh boy, hold on. Recording's still going, okay. So he went for a Iron Head on my Torn. He missed because of the Hustle accuracy, time 0.8. So he had 80% chance to hit, I think. I think that's what it does, yeah. Right? Yeah, he had an 80% chance to hit the Iron Head. He got the 20% miss chance. Torn lived, hit him with an attack, and killed him. And we won that 1-0, which I was so like, oh, that was so close, because I would have lost that if he hit, but he missed, and I was like, yes, nice. So I did pick up the W there, which I was very, very happy about. I felt a bit bad because, like, I know I would have lost if he would have hit, but I mean, accuracy is accuracy. If it's not 100, it might as well be 50. But yeah, so That's that when it comes to the match against Mystic. Then we played Poi and the East Lansing Toxicroaks. Mega Medicham kills almost everything. That's how I remember it. I think Mega Medicham got like 5 kills. And the biggest trouble I had in this match was the Choice Scarf Darmanitan. The fact that it didn't come in earlier was a bit surprising, but the Choice Scarf Darmanitan was a huge problem with my team. I managed to work my way around it eventually, and we picked up a 3-0 win against Poi, securing ourselves a lot of kills from Medicham so we can move our way up to playoffs. Or not playoffs, but Medicham could get into MVP race. Tornadus did some stuff, I remember, I think. But yeah, so getting Poi, I was very happy about it because Medicham was moving up. We were trying to catch that fucking Kingdra, because Dench's Kingdra has been reigning in #1 for the longest time, and I would just want to catch it. I just wanted to take it down from its position. But sadly, that never happened, because against Eric, the plan was to set up for Mega Medicham to just take out the entire race just so we could overtake that Kingdra. But he brought Noivern, he brought Slowbro, he brought Raikou, he brought all his fast mods. Let me see, I can look up the rest of his mods that I remember he brought. He brought Raikou, he brought Ambipom, he brought Gator, Slowbro, Heatran, Noivern. I think there was some Mega Altaria. So there's some of the mods that he didn't. I don't think he brought Gator, but he brought like Raikou, Ambipom, or something like that. He brought all his fast mons that really just put a stop to my team, and or not to my team, but to my Medicham. So after, all in all, I actually ended up sweep. Well, it was a mini sweep with Zoroark. Zoroark started taking down one after another. The Choice Scarf kicked in, just whooped one after another Pokemon. It was great. So Chelsea picked up a lot of kills that week. It was like 3, I think. I ended up taking that game in a 5-0 victory, only sacking Nidoqueen, I reckon. So that was the regular season. We walked into playoffs. We did. We managed to get, I think I got fourth seed, or 4th seat. No, I actually got 3rd, because Bliss's record was worse than mine. We went 9-3 regular season. Dench went 6-6. Jack went 10-2, and Bliss or Ioku, together with Chris's record, went 6-6. And on the X conference, there was Rizzy Pow 10-2, Houston X, who's now coached by Ips, Slacks, and Water and Grass, I think. Yeah, sounds right. Went 6-6. Then there was Blake 9-3, and Tom and Anthony, Oakland Raichus, 7-5. So on our side, on the Y Conference, we battled Dench again, week 1 and round 1 in playoffs. Both matches against Dench B, our little wifey, our British wifey. We played that game incredibly well. This is where I started to get some help from Aura and team building and stuff. And we looked into our team, and well, we saw what did the most work. We set it up to the point where we could run through Dench's team to... I made some misplays, I know I did. Sacked up Nidoqueen, I really shouldn't have. But in the end, we picked up a 4-0 victory there, which was huge. I was so proud of myself there. Proceeding into playoffs in general, making it was 1 goal. Proceeding, that was just like... huh. I was so proud of myself. And then I walked into the conference finals against Ioku, because Ioku's 6-0 because Jack missed the Seed Flare, and Manaphy just swept through Jack. I like, when I saw it, I felt bad. That was really, like, I felt bad for Jack, because he could have brought it back if he didn't miss that Seed Flare. Because it was like grassy terrain Florges with Seed Flare Shaman. It did so much damage, even to a Spadef Zapdos. It did like 60 or 70%. It was like, boy, that's way too much damage. So I faced off against Bliss, and in the X conference, it was the same round 2 as it was last season. Rizzy Pow versus Moxie Infernape. Now, last season Moxie lost, and this season he won 3-0 against Rizzy, so he made it into Pokeball. And then I battled Ioku, and if you guys remember from that match, Zoroark was a god. Came in on Kyurem, disguised as the Medicham. Now Bliss was confused why I didn't Mega Ball. I set up a Swords Dance. I knock off his Zapdos, that thing dies. He sends in the Aself, who's at 1 HP after the knockoff from Tornadus to begin the match. That thing dies to a Sucker Punch after it tries to explode. I think that was what it was going for. And then he switches into Mega Venusaur. 2 knockoffs take that thing out, but it reveals my identity. Then he goes into Entei. I predict extreme speed. I go into... I don't remember. I think I went into my Rhydon, set up my Stealth... No, Nidoqueen. And set up my Stealth Rocks. Then he switched into Kyurem, tried to set up a sub. I went for Roar. He came back into Entei, went for Sacred Fire. My Nidoqueen fell. I don't remember who it is. I didn't... Did I switch back into Zoroark? No, not yet. I switched in on Kyurem, I think. I don't know. I don't remember that point, but I remember I switched in on Kyurem, went for Low Kick, took it out. No, I did switch in on that. Went for Low Kick, took it out because it had like 50% left due to Stealth Rocks and stuff. Then I went for Low Kick or something. That Entei died. Then he switched into Kyurem, and then Kyurem died to the Low Kick. And Zoroark picked up like 5 kills that game, so that was incredible. Like, Chelsea put in the finest of work. And Goodra, Mugger, which I called Alexis Texas that game, went for the Sludge Wave against the Whimsicott, and that was like, done, gone, away. So, Pokeball against Moxie Infernape. Emboar, Zoroark, Mega Medicham, Magnezone, Cresselia. The squad was ready. We went in there with the goal of winning the league. We went in there with the thought that this is our moment, this is our way, this is our redemption from last season. We started off strong. Unfortunately, and right on. I got up my rocks. It took some time, but I got up my rocks, sacked off my Rhydon, sent in Zoroark disguised as Emboar on his Weavile. Weavile switches out. I set up Nasty Plot. I set up Nasty Plot as the Jellicent comes in. Jellicent switches out into Braviary. Braviary takes rocks damage, and the Zoroark goes for Dark Pulse, takes out the Braviary. Now, in comes Weavile again. I don't want to deal with that. I thought that thing was going to outspeed me, go for Low Kick and stuff. So I switched into... I don't remember. Weavile got 2 kills. I remember that much. We managed to take down the Weavile. We worked around Blake's team until we got Magnezone taking down the Sandslash with the Flash Cannon due to a prediction. Switching from Jellicent into that. We almost lost to Agility Thunderous team. After it set up an Agility, after he played it as it was Scarfed, he put it in on the right Pokemon. Even though he went for Hidden Power Ground on a Magnezone, and then I switched into Cresselia, went for an Ice Beam. He switched into Jelly. I switched into Mag, I think, and then I went for Flash Cannon taking out. I don't remember the turns perfectly, but I remember I worked my way on this team. The Agility almost took down my Emboar. My Emboar went for Flare Blitz and doubled down, taking him with them. Medicham still hadn't seen the field, and Magnezone was still chilling. I went into Magnezone. I went for Volt Switch, just gonna take him out in style. He was Wakamberry. I switched into Medicham. The Scald hurt, but it didn't burn. I went for a Poison Jab. I should have switched back out. He went for Recover, so if he would have hexed, I would have died. But then Medicham or Magnezone would kill him. Anyways, but I went for Poison Jab, he went for Recover. I switched back into Magnezone, he went for Hex. I went for Thunderbolt. No, I went for Volt Switch again and took him out. And we won the Pokeball 2-0 against Blake, which was incredible. The fact that we managed to take down Blake, Moxie, Infernape, and take the Pokeball home to St. Louis. And all thanks to the fact that, well, we actually brought 2 of the members that that got picked up during free agent. In week 5, we dropped Chestnut. We did drop Chestnut. And picked up Rhydon. Now, people were mad about this because Rhyperior was still in the draft, but I don't like Rhyperior. I like Rhydon. So I dropped Chestnut for Rhydon. And in week 8, we were talking about it with Ipa and me and Dench, were in the call. And people were talking about how Emboar wasn't picked up yet, and I mean, I knew about it. and we were talking about some stuff and how it complemented my team and how it complemented his team, and we were talking about instantly as soon as I got some points, like in trick room support. Like if I set it up in a trick room in combination with Koff or Cress, it could do a lot of work to my opponents and stuff like that, and I was just down for that instantly. I picked it up, and it ended up putting it work, and it actually saved me from losing in Pokeball. So huge shout outs to that. And yeah, so we managed to take the season. Now we're coming back again for the NFE off season. Might as well say that. That will go up Sunday the 6th. I'm gonna try to do a draft analysis before that. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you've enjoyed, make sure you hit that like button down below. Comment what you thought of the season, and subscribe if you're new. We in the Shy Guy Squad will welcome you with open arms. And with that, I'll see you guys next time.